everyone, so I know that we are in a clothing factory and not a kitchen, but I promise this has to do with food. There will be fried ice cream later. This is where polka pants are made. And before I go any further, I'm gonna bring Maxine in to explain. It's Maxine Thompson! What are polka pants?
Polka pants are sort of a nicer version of any sort of chef trousers that are available on the market. They're tailored to a woman's body, so they're high waist and they're cropped.
97% cotton, so they're cool to wear. 3% stretch.
They have some very handy belt loops to hang your dishcloths, and they're cropped, so you don't have to roll them up and get them caught on things as you move by.
I can't believe that this didn't exist. Are you like the first to come up with this idea?
Yeah, I mean, I started thinking about it maybe 5 years ago when I was working as a line cook and couldn't find any trousers that I felt comfortable in, and it baffled me that I couldn't find anything. And so having gone to fashion school, I can sew, so I started making my own. So I had the idea, and then 5 years later, polka pants was born.
So that's incredible that you had the skills to be able to fix the problem that you saw was there for women working in the restaurant industry.
And my dad's happy because I'm using all three of my degrees. Yeah. Fashion and business and a culinary degree.
You are still an active chef too. You haven't given up chef.
No, I love it. I love cooking too much to ever give it up. And that's kind of where we first met. You came to my pop-up in Borough Market, which is the dish that I'm cooking later.
Yes.
Is where it's from. Katie just wants an excuse to eat it again.
That's pretty accurate, actually.
That dish was a fried olive oil ice cream. It was incredible, and turns out it's really simple to make. Maxine's gonna show us how.
I'm so excited for deep fried ice cream. Yum. I mean, when I ate this at your dinner party, basically I've been dreaming of it ever since. There are only 4 ingredients here?
That's it, the fifth ingredient is ice cream, but that's in the freezer. So the first step is to make the Amaretto crumb, the Amaretto biscuits, and some brown rice flakes. So if you're gonna crush those. You can do this in like a NutriBullet or a blender as well, but it doesn't have to be all a Ziploc bag and crush it. But it doesn't have to be really fine.
About how fine do you want it to be?
Enough that it'll coat the ice cream and stick to it. And they take more crumb than you think that they need, so it's better to make more crumbs than less. Because it's good to get a thick outer coating, because it'll get nice and crispy in the hot oil and protect the ice cream from blowing up.
There are Amaretto cookie and brown rice flake crumbs. What's with brown rice flakes?
Because they're not sweet at all, so they're just like basically just another like texture vessel.
Texture vessel.
Texture vessel and gluten-free.
Yeah.
Entire dessert's gluten-free.
Who would have thought?
There you go.
There you go.
Good one for your dietary requirement.
Yeah, right. Yeah, deep fried ice cream. Great for the diet.
So the next step now is to make the egg coating, which is literally just crack eggs into a bowl and whisk them. Olive oil ice cream. I have to work quickly because they're quite melty.
Okay.
Into the egg, and then you grab it out. It's really ugly looking, not very. And then in the batter.
Okay.
So if you've ever made like a chicken schnitzel,
yes,
or homemade fish fingers, it's the same process.
Same process.
And make sure that the crumbs are covering the whole surface of ice cream.
Okay.
So there's no leaky holes. And then after you've done the first coat, we pop them back into the freezer for like another hour, just because sort of the firmer the ice cream is, the better it deep fries.
So these have been in the freezer for about an hour.
Yeah.
And now it's time to do
second coating.
Second coating.
Yeah. Again, work as quick as you can. It's even really good if you're one of those people that's super organized for dinner parties, and you can make them a couple of days before. Ooh. Because it's ice cream and crumbs, it's not like they go soggy or anything in the freezer. And then these go in the shower. These go in the shower.
That's an odd step for this recipe.
Yeah. Put these in the freezer for another hour to firm up. We've got a wok full of sunflower oil. If you're lucky enough to have a deep fryer at home, you can also use a deep fryer. Or just any like heavy based deep pan, and fill it up about 3/4 of the way of sunflower oil, and then get it hot. It should only take about 10 minutes to reach about 180 degrees.
If you don't have a thermometer, you can throw in a bit of uncooked bread until it deep fries to golden, and then you know the oil is ready.
That's what's up.
While we're on the topic of hacks, if you don't want to make olive oil ice cream, just add a couple tablespoons of olive oil to vanilla ice cream. Mix and refreeze. And now it's fry time.
Please don't explode.
For her pop-up, Maxine served this with blackberries macerated in sake.
These look amazing.
Yeah, they didn't blow up.
They didn't blow up. That's what I've been dreaming about. Maxine, thank you so much for coming on my channel.
My pleasure. Thanks for coming to the studio.
You guys, you have to follow Polka Pants on Instagram. I'll put it up on the screen. Maxine, tell these fine folks what not to forget. Keep it quirky, always.
And massive thanks to the very talented Julian George for helping me shoot this video.
Hey,
How you? Good, how you doing?
I'm not too bad.
You guys gotta go check out his stuff at Chef Signatures.
Bloody amazing. I feature chefs, they cook their signature dish, and they tell you the story behind it. And I get to eat some food as well, so yeah, I don't mind it at all.
It works out.
Yeah.